so that you can, based on the ball placement, where it is on the field, and man zone, and you can dictate that. The other thing is this 1 through 9, once you learn this, it's roughly 80% of the routes that we're going to throw. We will have some 3-by-1 combinations and things like that, but for the most part, this is sprint out, this is 2 minute, this is base, this is freshman football, JV football, varsity obviously, but it's all of that. And then you modify your formations, use motion, and makes it look like a whole different set of plays for the defense. So, and by learning it inside, outside, there's a lot of flexibility to it, which gives you, our goal is always to be simple and look complicated, and I think that's what we're trying to do here, and it allows you to do that. So this is the 1 and the stop. What's not drawn on here, and you'll see on the video, these are streak reads, is what we call it. So these guys will run 4 outside steps, which is going to put them through 10 yards. You find like that's easier for them. When you say 10 yards, they start stopping at 8, which is very frustrating. They're supposed to sprint through 10, but when you go 4 outside steps, that puts you about 11 to 12. If they have a touchdown, then they'll take it. If they don't have a touchdown, then they'll shut it down and come back down their stem. The quarterback is, I'll go over what we're looking at and what we're doing by the best look side. Quarterback's basically reading the flat player. He's going to throw off of him. If he stays inside, he's working the outside guy. Now, what directs him is the defense, obviously, and where they're aligned. So here you see we're on the left hash mark. So he should be working into the boundary. That's a really long throw out there to the wide side of the field. Not going to go that way. So anytime we're on the hash marker, we're going to work into the boundary. But those guys will be running streak reads, and so he should be working off the flat defender, which there really isn't one. Best matchup, throw the ball outside and got a completion. Same thing down here at the bottom. Now the ball's in the middle. He could go either way. But if you look, there's no undercover over here on the left side. So I think that's why he picked that side. You have 3-on-2 at the top, and you have 2-on-2 down here at the bottom. So best look side is the fewer defenders. So he went this way with it. But we're going to get through 10, sell it. Most defenders are going to stand there and watch until you get through 10 yards. So we found that saying 4 outside steps really makes them get down there where they need to be. And here's another example. Down here at the bottom, there's 3 defenders at the top. There's 2 down here at the bottom, and you got cushion, plus the ball's on the hash. So he should work down here on rhythm, and that's the best look side. And this is on here to show you the streak read part of it. So at the top of the screen on the left side there, that corner just squats, gives up a touchdown. It's the same play. This is our 1. This is all 4 stops, 4 streak reads, I'm sorry. And he takes it, and it's a touchdown that you didn't, it's just part of the play. So again, here's 3-by-1. So 3-by-1, these guys all have landmarks. So it's kind of like a 4 vertical situation. So you got 2 guys outside on the numbers, and you got both hashes taken care of. So with 3-by-1, this receiver here, this third receiver should work towards the middle of the field, trying to get to his hash on his streak read, and then the other guys are up the seam. You see there's nobody on top, so he takes it. Quarterback throws a little bit behind, but he gets it in there. Now, to modify this, so here's a condensed set, and one of the best things about it is once you combine this, it's all different for the defense, but then there's the double moves off of it. So here's the same thing. This is not necessarily a double move, but you can do those things, which I'll show later. But this is just same situation. This is our 1 concept. And the guy didn't have anybody over the top of him, so he just takes it. And we get a touchdown out of it. So it's those things just happen. And it's an easy route. We throw it every day. We do it all the time. So Again, closer to this boundary, should work this way, plus it's 2-on-2. Right now there's really nobody back here. So he's going to see if he can take that seam. And, this guy's working towards his hash and nobody's on top, so he just keeps running. And he hits him right there in the seam. So really good play. Easy concept for everybody. Streak reads. The hardest part, again, is getting them to run and understand what a touchdown is. A touchdown is not a tie. And they're going to tell you, oh, I had him. No, you didn't. A touchdown is, oh, wow, you're really behind him. It's easy. So that's their one. So 2 is a slant, which you see is a one-step seam by the inside receiver and then slants by the outside. And the biggest thing about that is not, this is obviously for man, or you put it in there for blitz for your quarterback. So if you want to double call that, you have a zone. Say you have a zone concept one way, and then you just put the other guys on slant. So he knows if he gets pressure, that's where he wants to go. But this play, I think, if you run this route right, we don't run it like a mini post. We're going to take 3 hard steps, and then we're going to bend it. We're going to choke it down and slow down, and we're going to bend it in front of the defender, almost coming flat. It's that wideout's job, if it's zone, to bend and get between him and the quarterback and the ball. Best look side for those. We're looking at this outside linebacker. That's technically our read. Well, he's already inside really tight. There's no way you got off coverage at the top. There's no way anybody's getting out there. This is cloudy. This is ugly down here at the bottom. So he's going to work at the top. And you see the receiver bending flat almost on that line. He's bending in. He's not running up the field and we get a missed tackle. So here, same concept. But here's our defender. This outside linebacker, now he's more head up. So there is a chance I may get the seam route on this play. He widens and he hits the seam right there. And that guy does the same thing. Once he drives, he slows down in that hole so the safety can't get him, which, is pretty easy to see for him. Motion. So again, this is the same concept, but 3-by-1, just a little motion. So now he would be the inside receiver at the top. He'll run a little seam, and you got the 2 concept, okay? Throwing right behind the blitzer. You do get pressure with off coverage. People want to do that. The quarterback throws behind the blitz, okay? Saying wide side of the field is usually softer. There's a lot of people down here into the boundary, so the best look side is the wide side. He can come to the boundary, the short side of the field into the sideline if there's nobody in the throwing lane. For example, if this defender wasn't there, then he would just take this layup right here at the bottom. But there is, so he's going to work the wide side. Guy at the top does a good job of coming flat. He's going to bend that hard. It's not a typical slant like you see most. When we get freshmen in there, they come in and they're running through the zone. It's zone. It's not man. Man slant. Get confident in throwing it, putting the ball on their belly. With tight man coverage, we want to put the ball on the belly. That's our target. Same concept. 2. Got a tight corner down here. Don't really like that. Soft at the top. That should be the best look side. The seam's going to attack the inside leg of the overhang. My wideout at the top should bend it in hard and create his leverage, and the ball's on the belly. So I think that's the biggest thing is getting them to drive upfield. Here's another good example on the goal line. Just bend in front, and we'll put it in their belly. Now, off of that, the double move, the slant and go, which is once people start playing the backside and they want to play and take away the slant, the slant and go is perfect for that. Down here at the bottom of the screen, 1, 2, 3, eyes, and then back up top for a slant and go off of that.